So there are two models of self-disclosure that are discussed in your textbook. This one is called social penetration theory, and the other one is called the Johari window. And I probably spend a little bit more time on Johari window because I feel like it's a better tool for evaluating how communication works between two people versus but this one has some important takeaways as well. So and if you have your book and you can open to page 129, you'll be able to see some additional things in the textbook that I think will be helpful to you. So what does this whole thing mean? Well, if we look at this, it basically means that really good communication in an intimate relationship is going to have both breadth and depth. You're going to have a lot of disclosure about a whole lot of different topics, all right? And that it also requires frequency. The more you speak to somebody, that's going to help deepen the relationship and keep it healthy. But what's really interesting to me is that if you look on 129, you'll see kind of how this is applied in different places. We may not necessarily have what we call core self-disclosure. That's that stuff that's really close and personal to our hearts about every single topic with every single kind of relationship. Now I'm going to try to draw on the screen. We'll see how well this works, because sometimes things happen when I do this. Okay, like I just disappeared from the screen. Hopefully you can still see me. So let's pretend like you're in a Bible study, all right? And this is this is all of your self-disclosure. Well, when it comes to your religion and how you interpret certain religious texts, you may have really deep, all the way down to the core type self-disclosure. But when it comes to maybe your relationship with your family, maybe you go to intimate but not super personal. Maybe if you've struggled with something, maybe with friendships or something, that might go down to core. But then like if it's, I'm also a really big fan of fantasy football, well, that you might say that, but you may not talk about why. And then there might be some things that those people in that Bible study know nothing about. And so it's going to be up here. And so, your kind of heat map of self-disclosure is going to be a whole lot different with that group. Whereas if you have, someone with whom you are, very intimate, like this is a husband or a wife or whatever, then that's going to look very, very different. The assumption would be that almost all of this, it would be kind of filled in, for lack of a better term. And so I hope that, you kind of, when you're looking at this model, you can see just how important certain kinds of self-disclosure are, but then also how you are going to modify your self-disclosure given for the specific kind of context that you're in, because they don't need to know the core deep down of you for every single little bit. Sometimes it's just a little bit is going to be totally enough. And that's for you to decide. But this can be a good tool to kind of think about when it comes to how well am I communicating and how well am I self-disclosing. All right, hope that's good. See you in the next video.